So, ads are over, I think. Yeah. How's it going, everyone? Um, nope. Uh, yeah, I kind of was split on what I'm going to do today. Either I was going to continue Persona, or, do Sage, play some games from Sage, and since, the list of the games is now out, I've decided I'm going to do that. And I picked some nice stuff, I think. Some Sonic fan games, some mods for SOP2, a few Knights fan games, and... Wait, did the ad break just start now? I thought... whatever. Back to waiting for that break, I guess. Well, too bad. Hey, how's it going, Raftfly? I think ads are currently running, so, in case you are currently stuck in ads. I have heard of the game. Dwight has been talking a lot about it. I still want to play it at some point, but I didn't get to do it yet. So yeah, how's it going? Maybe at some point. I need to get the game for that, of course, but yeah. I wanted to add it to my wish list, but oh, that's good to know. I guess the friend pass is then for the other player. Makes sense, I suppose. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to look into. Latest after... latest probably after I'm done with Persona 5. Depends a bit. There's still a lot on my list of things I want to stream, so... And yeah, today we're doing something completely different though. Sage, the Sonic Amateur Games Expo, has started today again, so... Interesting. So yeah, we're going to look into a few games, that were, like fan games that were released or had a demo on Sage. Most notably, Triple Trouble 16-bit, which I played last year, got an update which includes Amy. That sounds perfect. I also have something set up so we can probably set up a mic for Silic, so yeah, that's something to look into. But yeah, we're going to start with Triple Trouble 16-bit. Then later I'll probably ask what we should do next, because I have a lot of options. I probably downloaded more games than we're going to get through in one stream, but that's fine. But to start, let's start this game. I completely forgot to plug in my controller, like a dumb. Yeah. Does it capture? Yeah. Is the game volume too loud to... Because I remember this game was pretty loud. Yeah. One sec. Just going to... Is this better? Because again, this game is pretty loud. In fact, it's a bit too loud for me as well. So I might actually lower... Yeah. But yeah, the new update. I hope I have it installed. And I hope it reads my controller, otherwise I need to run this through Steam real quick, which isn't a big deal, but means I need to set up. Yeah, seems like it doesn't read my controller. Too bad. I should still have it running, like, set up that I can just run it from here. Yeah. And that should work. It's true, I'm a noob. It's true. Okay, I can't play story mode with Amy. Only free play. A bit of shame, but at the same time not really. And there are 3 different movesets you can pick based on the different movesets that have been established over time. The Superstars moveset, I don't actually know where they got that from, because I don't think it's been established yet how exactly she moves, but it might be that the trailer has enough to reconstruct it. Origins, obviously, when Sega re-released the classic games with Origins. True, there was a game demo at Gamescom. Yeah, Origins included Amy and then Sonic 3 and Air, of course, as one of the main fan games, or fan adaptation, or not adaptations, remasters basically of Sonic 3 and Knuckles as Amy. I think I'm going with the Origins moveset simply because, I don't know, it's quote-unquote official, and I'm not used to the Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited moveset either, so... And I don't think I should... I don't want to use the Superstars moveset in case it's wrong. Like, in case it feels different to the Superstars. But yeah. Amy is now in Sonic 3 Air. No, I've talked so much about it. Yeah, in Triple Travel 16-bit. I wonder if I can... Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, but the basic changes to Sonic are the hammer attack and the... basically like the Insta Shield in Sonic 3, where you use the hammer attack to get some more range in an air attack. But yeah, it's needed. Noah Copeland, like the creator of this, still updated it, especially for Sage now. Especially because I thought originally he said the previous update would be the final one, but Triple Trouble 16-bit released last year, last Sage actually, if I remember correctly. Maybe a bit before? Which, I mean, supporting a game for a year is not that special anymore in modern game industry. Yeah, the original game released in 1994, but this is a remake, basically. In the style of the Genesis games instead of the Game Gear. I think it was the Game Gear. But yeah, most of the moveset is identical to Sonic, so it's not too difficult to get used to. The main difference is, instead of the drop dash, I have the hammer dash here. Which is a lot more vulnerable, but also, you know, allows me to wreck enemies a lot faster. It also doesn't give me quite as much height from slopes. Yeah, exactly. And again, it's not that special anymore for a game to be supported 1 year into its lifespan, but especially for a fan game, it's still neat. Oh, I can bounce on... I didn't know that. Might be something Sonic can do too, I just don't remember. But yeah, most of the levels are the same, it's not that big of a change. Yeah. Also, I think already last update, which I didn't show because it didn't have much gameplay changes, but there's an Android version for this game now. So you could theoretically play it on Android phones. Which is neat. like porting games is always neat, especially. I can't recall. Which I think is different to Sonic, who can recurl back into the spin wall after jumping off of something. I'm out of rings. Yeah. But yeah, I'm probably not going to go through the entire game with Amy simply because, again, not too much has changed. Although another thing that has been added is that all characters can now get a super form, which is neat. I don't think all of them have access to the final boss, but it's still at least a neat change. But yeah, since I have such a long list of games I would like to check out, we might not spend the entire time here getting through the entire game. Because it's a long game. At least for a classic game, I think. Part of that is also just that Atomic's Destroyer is pretty tough. So that takes a lot of time. I might go up to the Knuckles boss fight and then switch game. I think that's a good point to stop. Oh, right, those platforms. And yeah, Amy still needs spin dash to get up those ramps. Because unlike the drop dash, you don't get as much momentum with the hammer attack. Where was the switch for that? Over there, probably. Yeah, that one. I'm actually kind of curious if that's the Origin sprite or Sonic 3 Air sprite. Because I think they made a custom sprite for Air. To be more in the style of the Sonic 3 redesigns. Which I think Origins uses more of a CD style. You're speaking gibberish. I kind of forgot how this fight worked. Not that it is particularly difficult to tell once you actually fight him. The increased range is just about enough for reaching. Huh. I think they skipped the cutscene. Like, I didn't skip it. Which, I mean, is fine, since this isn't story mode, but still kind of a shame that you don't get the level transition cutscenes. Yeah. Should I finish Sunset Park or should I just call it now? Because I don't really mind either way, it's just there's a lot on the list. I guess what we can do is while I finish Sunset Park and then we have a poll in the meantime about what we do next. I would broadly categorize it into nights, because I have two nights fan games. Sonic, obviously more Sonic. The one Mario fan game I picked up as well. And then maybe SLB2, the mod. I think it's a good collection of things we can focus on for now. I missed. Ouch. And the rings still move as jank as ever. I would like to have that shield, thank you. So yeah, I guess until the end of Sunset Park, there's a poll in chat now for you to vote what we do next. That's weird. I genuinely couldn't adjust my jump. Like, how while I was doing the hammer dash. That was even weirder. Indeed. I should probably focus. Yeah. So I completely forgot how the timing on the jumps in that one section in the beginning are a bit weird. Like, it's a bit weird how you need to time it because of the way you're moving, I guess. Luckily for us, Fang really can't aim. I guess Knights it is. I have two different fan games. I think I'm going to go with the 2D one first, because it looks more promising. So I guess when I finish this level, we can look into that. Luckily, Fang can't aim, still. He can blow up the entire train now. With me on it. That's not... You know what, never mind. Ouch. So yeah, I'm going to finish that level and then... I'm going to set it up. I guess I need to set it up via Steam as well, so it reads my controller. Or not, and I will regret it later. So... But yeah, I was genuinely not sure if I would be able to do this today, because I knew the event would start today, but not when today. So I didn't know if I would have the opportunity to download the game in some time. But luckily that was just... there was no problem. I need to get away. And this time maybe not get stuck on a ledge. Did I just fall off somehow? Did I get soft locked? Well, I guess we need to clip that. Someone need to send that to the devs. Well, the dev. Singular. Well, I guess we're going to switch game. Let me just set it up, so, I'm going to move that later to a better place. So I haven't yet played that one. That's a new game. I think added in, like, just finished this year, but I don't know if it's actually finished. Where is it? Where did I put it? There. Is it capturing? I suppose it only supports keyboard and mouse, so... Oh, I can... Yeah. Ah. Well, that looks interesting. Oh, that's all I can... change. I might actually use the Steam setting, like Steam controller settings real quick to... just slightly improve, my... experience with this. I'm... Where's the... Just slightly mapped weirdly, so I suppose I need to fix that. Sorry about that. I hope that should cover the basics. It does. Okay. I mean, it's something you have to expect from fan games, that some of them simply don't support controller. But now that we have set it up, let's see... A bit... Okay, so first things first. The button map things are still weird, okay. I do like the way the environment looks. The way Knights rotates feels a bit weird. Like they don't quite rotate around the center, but rather they head. The link system works fine. I don't know how long the links are maintained, but it seems okay. I still need a few more blue chips. The game probably tells me when I have enough. That I don't like how the objects immediately reappear. There's also not really great feedback for when you get hit, how much time you have lost. Like, I haven't really noticed that I lost time. Oh, and it doesn't loop. I see. No, I start to get it. It's different from the normal... It's definitely different beyond... Like, it's definitely different to the normal Knights gameplay in that... instead of the usual... looping around, like doing laps. Oh, wrong button. Because I didn't know how the mappings are supposed to work. Half of my mappings are now now the pause button, which is not great. Also, again, that the items immediately respawn makes this a bit trivial. Because I basically don't have to go anywhere. But yeah, I guess they decided to use a limited area because they couldn't quite make it loop. Which is fair, I suppose. Although it's a bit weird because it leads, again, it's easier to just stick around in one area and collect as much as possible rather than move far away from where you need to go. Also, the power loop is a bit awkward, but it's fine. I know how much of a pain it is to implement. Well, I know Silic is going to tell me how much of a pain it is to implement. Also, I think it would be nice to have a bit more feedback on the time running out. I should get back. That was a C. Okay. Fine. Also, I don't know, I like how the path you made so far just gets absorbed into the paraloop, but I still wish it had a bit more of a a bit more feedback for me actually doing a paraloop. Like some sort of explosion effect or something. But yeah, otherwise it's not bad, but I do think the controls could be a bit more refined. Like, the game is on the right track, if you get what I mean. Also, that you can do tricks while understandable is a bit disappointing, but that's the least of my worries. I wonder if it has bosses, because usually the goal of Knight's levels is to beat a boss. I also find it a bit difficult to make a big paraloop. Like, even with the drill dash, it's pretty difficult to make a bigger loop than around a few. Around a few objects. I need more blue chips. I also don't know if I actually do lose time if I get hit or not. Which I expect to, because it's a staple of the series, but at the same time I can't really be sure. Like, a lot of these circles I do draw feel like they should connect, but don't. And other times, it really shouldn't connect, but it does. And again, I don't really complain about that too much, because it's difficult to implement. But I do think, overall, this game has pretty much, like, it has good potential. I just think it needs to be a bit more refined. I feel like those orbs vanished before I collected them. So, yeah. Also the Nightmareans, I can't quite tell which Nightmare they're supposed to be if they're completely new designs. Because the behavior is a bit difficult to... What hit me there? Difficult to see. But this is fun, like... Once you get used to it, it's pretty enjoyable. I need to get going. Does this count now as game over, or...? Apparently, I still beat the level after the timer ran out. Okay. So... Well, that's that. I suppose that was fun. So, I guess what next? Should I try the other night's game first, or... See, it's more like it takes a different approach to the series by going free, and I'm curious how they're going to handle that. So... first of all, I hope it has controller setup. Because while I don't mind it that much for fan games, it still would be convenient if it had controller setup. Also, I should check regarding taking a break relatively soon. So... Well, um, Microsoft Defender is complaining about this. Well, let's try this one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm just... Okay. Uh, Ados is made in Unity, which is interesting. Does it capture? Okay. Uh, I I guess the menu just doesn't work with controller or keyboard. Odd choice, but okay. I am not moving at all. I can check. Currently, no. Um. Oh, I need to use the RT button to that. That feels. I guess I kind of get what they are trying to do with that. Basically, trying to replicate the fact that you can basically stand still in most games, but I don't think this is the best way of handling this. All those circles I'm drawing, by the way, is not me. That's just... Okay, that controls a little better. But if your levels are anyway just classic Knights gameplay, why would you change? I am confusion. I want to also point out that Knights controlled like in the normal Knights games when I was... Like, as stupid as it sounds, I feel like this game suffers from giving me too many degrees of freedom. Like, because I can turn so much and everything, I basically uh, have more control than I would ever realistically need. Because we are not in space, you know. There is a definitive down. And if you really wanted to defy that down, you could do it manually. Like, could do that with the level design and camera control and whatever. Like, I don't feel like I'm in control of Knights. With that, kind of raises the question why I even... Yeah, but... It's kind of the opposite end of why would you design a... Why would you... It's kind of the same as why would you design a platformer with keyboard and mouse in mind, or why would you design a first-person shooter with controller in mind when you have the ability to just... I can also barely turn the camera without turning Knights, so... And since turning Knights means rolling... You know what? I think I've seen enough. I think the game crashed once I... Oh, my bad. I should have updated that. Well, anyways, I'm going to take a break because ads are running now anyway. Why are you capturing? Who told you to capture? I'm back in a sec. Well, I'm back. I had to check some stuff real quick. I Yeah, what are we going to do next? There are some great options, also less great options. Pick your poison, I guess. Also, I should probably run some music while we wait. For the results of that poll, wait, what? Yeah, sure. Okay, currently the poll is tied, which, you know, not great. But should be expected as any poll any streamer ever does is going to be tied. Yeah. The poll is of course tied. Let's I kind of want to keep the cast for late, but at the same time I think that mm, you know what? Let's do the cast thing. Uh, should also change. One sec. Sage. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, but yeah, now we are going to do this of all things. We just capture. Or not. It might be. In which case I can probably manually select it as well. Weird window capture. Yeah. Someone made this. Why did someone make this? I don't know. The heck? I might need to rescale the window. One sec. I want to add here that I have no idea how or why this happened. But it did. And we can all enjoy it now. I have no idea. I figured it out now. So yeah, those were weird promotional McDonald's things where they basically had like these LCD games or whatever. I remember we had some of those. Also, why is this the game of all? Why is this of all things the game that remembers Omega existing? So yeah, why is this a thing? think I remember that one. So yeah, nothing, amazing, but it's funny that this is a thing. And it is roughly as impressive as you would think it is. So not at all, but you know. I am actually curious how they like how the people who made this emulator question mark how they made that basically. But I'm actually curious how they made that. If they recreated each of the games or if they, actually emulate them somehow, which I don't know how you would emulate them because, they are not really games in the same sense. But yeah, that's a thing on Sage. Ow. I couldn't move. That was weird. Why is everyone so horribly mispronounced? I, I, I don't understand. That's just a copy of the same game. Just with even worse sounds. What? I mean, I think I broke the game somehow. This feels very Game & Watch, by the way. Which I guess isn't completely unintentional, considering they use... Oh, it's basically the same design anyways. With few buttons, you basically just have different frames uh, to simulate movement without actually having movement. I don't know why I'm sticking with this, by the way. This is probably not that interesting, but it's also kind of funny. I want to know what happens if I win one of these. Like, does anything happen? Does it just go forever? I know I'm not supposed to win these, that's why I want to. Oh, I suppose I did win one of these. Well, that was a Sonic action game. One of the best games ever made, clearly. 10 out of 10. Would play again. Um, okay, and I guess since the other winner was Sonic Colors, a fan game, I guess I have to add those real quick. Just one sec, I should probably move them to... I might remove some of these games later again, because some of these weren't particularly amazing, but... Yeah, let's add... Probably Colors Demastered first. Which is basically, like... How do I describe it? Basically, trying to demaster, like, make Sonic Colors in the 2D style of the Rush games and stuff, which is weird because Sonic Colors was a Rush game. Like, the DS version was a Rush game. But, well, we'll see. Do we capture? It does. It actually supports Actually, think I prefer to. Looks less blurry. That looks not... Yeah, I do appreciate that you have the options for both. And it sure is Sonic Colors. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's clearly in line with what they want to do with the game. And this feels like an unnecessary callback, but... unnecessary mention of Mobius, despite not being canon anymore. The mention of Mobius, despite Mobius still not being canon anymore. I need to move with the D-pad, okay? A bit too much momentum. Way too slow homing attacks. Okay. I see. I just died in the tutorial. If that reflects badly on me or the tutorial is on you to decide. Okay. Tricks. Would have sure been nice if I didn't have the ability to skip the hint ring. That explains me how that works. Not that you really need one, but you know. Oh, do we have a hub word? That's interesting.
Next up, the top. Next up.
Cell. Yeah, some of the advanced games had. I can just get infinite boost for 2 red rings. It would be nice if I knew what those do before I buy them. Uh-oh. There's an info button, never mind. Okay. I do like that they took the skill system from Generations. I thought that one was really well fleshed out. I do not want Sonic to shout at me every time he moves. And the costumes, I guess, are... yeah, probably. I guess that's neat. I guess I get that and Okay. They try to do the same thing Carlos Diaz did with... you know, introducing more characters. That's... Okay, they also have the missions from Carlos Diaz. Um... So far, I think this isn't bad, but also, low-key, I could just play Sonic Colors DS instead. Like... what was it? Stomp Plus. That's the wrong one. That's a spike bit. Oh, I still don't have to boost. Right. And I can just get out of bounds without ever seeing the ground. Like... There's some things about this that are just pet peeves for me that I wouldn't really say are serious concerns with it. Like, for example, the whole Mobius reference is annoying because I feel like it's kind of hanging too desperately on something that very much has been established multiple times as not canon and won't be canon anymore, but at least, you know, I can get why people would want that. And I'm annoyed by it, but I wouldn't say people should stop doing it. But like, the slippery movement with the momentum, the weirdly zoomed in stage, which seems to be a leftover from the advanced games, is kinda frustrating to deal with. Well... Well... suddenly, suddenly realistic looking alien. Ah. I suppose they just removed Orbit and Cubit. We saw nothing happening. Random mention of Chip. Like, low-key, I feel like they took this just as an excuse to put a lot of references to things they felt should have been referenced in Colors more. Kinda reminds me of the writing in Frontiers, honestly. Yeah, not good. We can barely see the ground before. I was indeed dimmest. The stomp has way too much power in the landing. If the screen shakes every time I jump a few meters into the air, I'm sure something is chasing me, but the screen is zoomed in too much, so... Yeah, I feel more and more ridiculed for liking Sonic Colors in this. Which, I mean, I deserve, but... Also, not the best way to, you know... They could have just used random symbols like in Colors DS, but because alien noise won't look like a word when we're done with this. Still references to Mobius without Mobius existing anymore. um... Why is it only in binary code? If it's in binary code, you can translate it into actual letters. And it's probably going to be faster than you trying to translate it manually. Exactly. Big oof. Wait, isn't that a command? But yeah, I might finish this off stream. I don't think I don't think it's good stream content because I'm not hating it, but it's not, you know. I'm mostly just feel like pointing out why I don't like it, and I feel like I would rather spend the time with another game on this stream. I might check if there's a boss after this. Because I want to at least see how the bosses play, if they have one. Not yet a boss. But I can go to... That's weird.
Next up, the top.
I assume? Seems that way, at least. Because if it had bosses, I should be able to fight one now, before unlocking.
Next.
Yeah, I'm out of here. It's not... It's not a bad game, but it definitely doesn't... Doesn't feel like they're trying to do a remaster or anything, but just to basically, you know, quote unquote fix colors. But, you know, still want to attach a game to it, so do a 2D game because there's an easy engine to use, I guess. So yeah, I guess all that's left now is the SRB2 mod and the Mario fan game. I feel like I do the SRB2 mod last simply so I can end the stream with, checking out some SRB2 mods, even if they are not attached to Sage, because I haven't. There are still some mods I wanted to check out. Um, but I guess I'm going to take a break first to run an ad, and then I'm going to uh continue. Also gives me time to set up the game so I can actually play it. So yeah, be right back. Well then, breaking my role here for a bit, as usually the Sonic fan. Uh, let's try a Mario fan game. I've seen a bit of this game already. Like I think it was in the trailer for Sage, so and it looked good, so I thought I might as well check it out. Super Mario Star Scramble DX, which I don't know exactly what it's uh about, but does it capture? Yeah, that looks already pretty. Yeah, that looks fun. Uh, um, I don't know if there are any settings to change controls, but that's the credits. Um, so I guess there are a few levels to try. Shouldn't take too long, so we might as well try all of them if... I guess I can only jump. It does feel a lot more inspired by how especially Super Paper Mario handled the game play, which isn't a bad thing. I liked Super Paper Mario. Though I do kind of wish the levels were a bit longer. Though to be fair, also this is just the first level, so maybe the later levels have more. Uh, you're also a bit slippery. It definitely feels like it's more puzzly. Like it tries to be more short puzzle-ish stages rather than being necessarily long platforming challenges. It can be very interesting as well. Mario's a bit slippery. Like, especially in the air, there's less control over your jump once you... Although, not even necessarily. I think the issue is you drop pretty fast. So it might actually be a case of too much control, in a way. I'm trying to overcompensate for moving... like, for perceived momentum, but I don't actually have the momentum, so I just drop immediately when I stop moving. Like, stop holding a direction. Why did I... Did I time out? The hitboxes on these enemies are very odd. Okay. Like it seems like I run into the Buzzy Beetle. And because I push the shell and run into it while doing so, I die. Which is odd. That's not how you would expect the beetle to behave. But yeah, it kinda has the same level structure Captain Toad had, like the Captain Toad games. Which is not bad, mind you. But it is a bit odd. Still, I do think so far this is probably the most promising game. Which is partially why I kept it for later. It still has these oddities. I mean, the most promising side, obviously, the already finished Triple Traveler 16-bit, but I don't think it's quite fair to compare the unfinished games with like demos and similar to. Also, beetles don't seem to leave their shells. But I do like the premise of this, with the more puzzly approach to how the levels work. I just again think some of it could polished more, especially the enemy hitboxes. Also, somehow you can sometimes, yeah, push those things through. Through the block they are standing on. Like, it feels odd to die when I'm standing on a block. Like, above the beetle. And again, it's also a bit more slippery. So I want to get those coins. Plus one of these might even contain the last pink block. Like, the movement in this game is not... Yeah, which, I mean, I guess it's because they are the opening levels, so they are meant to teach you the mechanics more than anything, which there's the problem more that the enemy difficulty doesn't scale with the difficulty of the puzzles very well. And especially in more puzzle-heavy games like this, the enemies should be more focused on being puzzle elements rather than just obstacles. Like, for example, the Captain Toad games often use enemies as obstacles, not as obstacles, as puzzle elements. I couldn't get... You know what, it's fine. So, overall, I think my opinion of this falls pretty much in the same line as with that One Nights game. Good, but needs to polish its premise. Like, the premise is good, but it needs to polish the gameplay a bit more. Makes me wonder if I can get other things through the floor like that. And again, a bit slippery. Which is especially weird when you consider that you basically stop immediately in the air. Okay, Lucky 2 cannot hit me. Also that it counts the... Oh. That it counts the shines on the right side of the slash is a bit weird. Probably just a stylistic choice though. I need to be careful. But for example, Lucky 2 seems to be a puzzle element in the sense that he only attacks once you finish, quote-unquote, finish the level. That seems fitting. Like both the level structure and the level structure feels very Flash, and yeah, the rest feels very Game Maker. I'm excited how this will, you know, develop. But yeah, things like that shouldn't happen. By the way, did you change the category? Because I forgot. Yeah, that seems about right. But yeah, interesting like, it's promising, but not yet. Like, why? That's horrible. Why would you do that? Well, at least I'm alive. I, again, should not be able to be hit by a shell I just kicked. Uh, why am I still trying? Is the real question. Uh, that achieved what exactly? I cannot go down in that pipe. Neither can I go down in that pipe. So... what exactly am I supposed to do? Yo, Dukan, how's it going? Uh, huh. That's weird. Am I doing something wrong, or...? Because it's one issue the game low-key fails to explain some things. Like, I don't quite get how I'm supposed to get into the pipe there. And there's like no indication for anything being anywhere that could help me either. Like, if it says I should... If the level is called into the tubes, I low-key expect to be able to use the pipes. But... for some reason I can't. Where did that... I assume there's something above, but... I can't... pretend? I mean, I can try. I guess the bindings are messed up somehow. Huh. Weird. I'll have to check that out later. Well... that other one just vanished. I'm not going to question it. I'm just not. No, this is perfectly fine. I'm not even... And I guess that leaves us with one more level. Oh. Well, that was unexpected. I just walked off. So yeah, I love the premise of this, but the execution still needs a little bit of work. Also, Lucky 2 is dangerous. So, better avoid him. How am I getting hit in the most... That was a throw. I did not know that he could throw that way. I do not want to get squeezed, so let me get me out of get me out of here. So yeah, not too bad. Not amazing yet, but I definitely think it's a very good premise that just needs to be fleshed out. And I don't know how to quit this game. As is tradition. So yeah, one last... I guess there's one last thing I want to do before calling it for today. Which is check out a mod in SLB2. Because there's a mod for... that's basically recreating some of the open zone gameplay and similar from Frontiers in... yeah, SLP2, basically. I hope that captures, and... yeah. And it doesn't read my controller correctly. Well, okay, I'm going to run it. I should run it via Steam anyway, but because I think that I don't run via Steam completely loses itself when it sees that I use a Switch controller. Understandably, I mean, I would lose it too. One sec. I'm just going to load the add-ons. just want to... That should be enough for now. And obviously I need to load the stage. I want to show off. Okay. And now we can hopefully... I couldn't find the game. Excuse me? Let me just find it real quick. Great. That's weird. For some reason I cannot find the game. Which is probably the most interesting bug I had in a while. Let me try that again. If I don't get it, I'm just going to call it here. Which would be unfortunate, but you know, I don't have the patience to fix tech issues every stream. I guess we can have some music while we wait. I guess. I'm just going to save the list real quick, so... in case I do want to use them later. The list. It does seem to work without the add-ons. So some add-on is breaking. it might be Gamma. Because there's a mod for Gamma. It also has difficulties detecting my controller, which doesn't help in the slightest. I truly am having a day today. Nope, still not. I'm giving this one more try, and if that doesn't work, we're going to call it here. I am not willing to deal with this any longer. Not today. I'm already too tired. Um, I can check that update out later. I'm not going to do that for... Nope, still doesn't read my controller either. I truly... I might have... Let me check. Um... Did I change some settings again? Um... One sec. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting this working today. I'm just... I'm just resigning. For today anyways. So yeah, that were some interesting fan games, I guess. Some less interesting ones. I definitely recommend everyone to check out Sage. Like, uh, the quality of Sage fan games is always a bit, but is that too great? Everything is broken as usual. So yeah, I recommend everyone to check out Sage. Um, Even if the quality of the fan games is can be wildly different, let's say it this way. It's always a nice, opportunity to check out what the fan game community is doing. And if there are later some fan games I hear about that are pretty good, I'm obviously going to let you all know. Probably going to play them at some point on stream as well. But for now, I think we had a few interesting ones. Even if some of them are a bit unpolished, I see a lot of potential in a lot of them. And it just shows that the fan game community is pretty um, active, and also growing. Like they're genuinely getting good at it, and yeah. And I know I sound very critical during these fan game streams, and I don't mean to be, but I also, think it's important to have a critical eye on these games just as much as we have a critical eye for mainline games. Simply so, these fan game creators can improve. Just like we want big companies to improve. So yeah, I guess I'm going to call it here. I'm going to rate. Um, nah, I don't feel like rating today, to be honest. I'm very tired and stream went, you know, not great. Like in the sense of it was a weird ending to the stream, so I don't feel like I want to carry that energy into a raid. So yeah, thank you all for checking out the stream and what wrong scene. Thank you all for checking out the stream. It was fun, even if it was a bit, slow. Not quite as fun as I would have liked it to be because a lot of tech issues, but that's to be expected, I guess, with fan games. So yeah, thank you all for coming, and I see you next time. Bye.